Would it be scarier to find out that humans are the most advanced species in the universe, or that we are one of the least advanced species in the universe, and why? We might be the beginning. Like how we read about Stone Age people, we could be that in the future. We could be the Stone Age people of universe's history book. There is a theory called the filter that basically says all life has to hit some specific point in its history that is a nearly impossible gap to jump. It's either ahead of us, space travel, or behind us, cellular life gaining a very specific intelligence. Good luck, humanity. So the point here is that if it is behind us, that's awesome. If it's ahead of us, that's bad. Obviously, currently we haven't found any other life at all, so it could be that life appearing at all is the filter, and just by existing we have passed the filter. As soon as we find any life at all, it moves the potential filter forwards. The more advanced the life we find is, the further forward the filter could be. If we find life more advanced than ourselves, it means that the filter could very well be ahead of us. Finding advanced life is bad news for humanity. Least advanced species in the universe? There are 7 billion million species on Earth. What the fuck are those opossum hiding? We are so fucked. Something in between would be the most scary. The more advanced might try to overpower us. The less advanced might gang up and stare at us to decide if we're with them or against. What scares me the most is that we may never find out the answer to that question while I'm alive. I think one of the least would be pretty scary. That has a Lovecraftian vibe to it. I mean, if we are the least advanced, that means that on a level of consciousnesses and intelligence, we would be like ants to the beings that are beyond us. Like I'm talking by several magnitudes. They could see our lives as pointless, expendable, irrelevant. If they were to, say, kill us off by accident for some reason or another, they may feel no remorse, not because they are evil, but because we might be simple. Do many people feel any kind of way when they accidentally step on an anthill? They probably don't even notice. To find out we are the most advanced would hardly change out situation at all. So I don't think that would be scary at all. Edited to remove absolutes since it was causing some confusion. Edit 2. Never before have I posed a what if on Reddit that had to go through so many iterations of scrutiny. I'm not by any means saying this is factual. Guys, the question was a hypothetical. This answer is a hypothetical. I think, the idea of us being the only ones out there, that this world is all we have, is scary to me. I've always hoped that at some point we would begin colonizing other planets and Earth would be left in peace as a sort of memorial or nature preserve. We would still live on it, but it would be like the most beautiful of our worlds. Advanced technology and nature living in harmony, and us living in harmony with other races of the galaxy. Humans don't have a good track record when it comes to meeting other less advanced civilizations in a new place that we believe we discovered. I think without a more powerful force to keep us in check, there would be groups who would try to take advantage of less advanced planets the same way the Native Americans, North, South, and Central, were taken advantage of, and Africa, and India, and hell, even the Irish. It would cause so much infighting as activists tried to stop them. Corporations/governments moved forces in any way. All the warfare and trading diseases. It would be genocide on a massive scale for both humans and the new planets. I think having a more advanced civilization saying, hey, you can do this, and this, that stuff is unacceptable. These are the accepted rules of interplanetary diplomacy and warfare. If you don't follow them, there are going to be a lot of sanctions would help keep us from murdering our way across the galaxy. I'd say most advanced. I'm sure I read somewhere that lots of solar systems out there are a lot older than ours, and it would be strange for them to all be empty or less advanced than us. What if we're all just in a terrarium in some alien kid's bedroom? Greater than 2 possibilities exist. Either we are alone in the universe or we are not. Both are equally terrifying. Arthur C. Clarke. Us being one of the least, we would be extremely vulnerable. If other civilizations were friendly, we would only sucker them out of their technology and create something destructive and also probably fun. Why would it be scary to find out that we're the most advanced? Wouldn't that be a good thing? It's called the Fermi paradox, and in my opinion we are not the only life that was, is, or will be. Whether other life can be classified as intelligent is currently unknowable. We know from the study of microfossils that life on Earth emerged very quickly, greater than in 2017. Fossilized microorganisms, or microfossils, were announced to have been discovered in hydrothermal vent precipitates in the new Vuagidic belt of Quebec, Canada, that may be as old as 4.28 billion years old, the oldest record of life on Earth, suggesting an almost instantaneous emergence of life, in a geological timescale sense, after ocean formation 4.41 billion years ago, and not long after the formation of the Earth 4.54 billion years ago. This highly suggests that one of two things is true: either life will arise wherever the necessary compounds are present, primordial soup, or life on Earth did not originate on Earth, panspermia. Either theory would hold that Earth cannot possibly be the only home to life throughout time and space. Moreover, we have found evidence of microscopic life on Mars, that can be dated back to when liquid water flowed on its surface. Greater than other meteorites that have potential biological markings have generated less interest because they do not contain rock from a wet Mars. ALH 84001 is the only meteorite collected from such a time period. It should be noted that this is still a highly controversial piece of evidence in the search for extraterrestrial life, but it proves that there is much to be learned about the fundamental nature of life. If we want answers, we need a continuous human presence on Mars. Most advanced. You're telling me out of the entire universe this is the best we can do? That's pretty sad. Also because we are killing our own planet. Come on. There might even be some super advanced aliens watching us kill our own planet and screw ourselves over with stupidity, and they are just having a good chuckle about it. Most advanced is way more depressing, because then this is as good as it gets. Neither. I think the universe will always be big enough for the both of us. My gut says any species developed enough to master travel wouldn't have cause or need to fuck with us. And hashtag X200B. I also have a hunch that space itself isn't very empty, and is filled with very slow-living, low-energy artificial life born of various civilizations. In a few hundred years I think we will be able to build very small self-replicating robots and send them out in all directions. It's very likely they will outlive us all. If we can do it, they can do it. If your purpose of exploration is information, you only need send sensors, not creatures. The smaller your craft, the easier it will be to accelerate to a reasonable percentage of light speed. Even if you want to colonize, all you really need to send is information. I'd bet good money we have at least one half-dumb teeny tiny alien craft in our solar system right now able to bootstrap itself into something greater. Hell, I'll bet there is something of an ecosystem of them with their own emergent properties. And hashtag X200B. Most advanced is Scarier. If we're the least advanced, it implies there is plenty of room for us to evolve and grow into something more. If we're the most advanced species that the universe came up with after all this time, my hope for the future of our universe and our ability to explore and learn about it isn't very optimistic. Logically, it does seem like being the least advanced species would be scariest. But I'm willing to argue the devil's advocate that if we found out that we were the most advanced in the whole universe, then that would be intensely disappointing in an almost scary sense. It's not hard to grasp that we as humans are still only scratching the surface of what is possible. And if we are the most advanced species in a universe that is billions of years old, then that is tantamount to soul-crushing. How many species have perished trying to surpass us? Is there a technological cutoff point? Is it possible for us to even advance further technologically and culturally? I think it'd be a terrifying realization to realize that if no other species over billions of universal existence has ever surpassed us, can we even surpass ourselves? Is our science fiction just that? Science fiction? It'd be existentially demoralizing. If we are the least advanced, we can at least have something to aspire and look up to in our fear of the superior. But if we are the most advanced, then the future continues to be uncertain. And that's as human of a fear as it gets. For our sake, it would be scary to know we are the least advanced. For the universe's sake, it would be scary to find out we are the most advanced. Here's my worry about us being the most advanced civilization, and it's not about us being the best the universe can do. And hashtag X200B. Let's refine the question a little bit more. So most advanced means there are definitely other life forms out there, but we're the most advanced. I think this is an issue very different from we are alone in the universe, and I want to focus on it. If we were the least advanced, then we would presumably be the newest civilization, as every civilization once was, and other civilizations will presumably come later. However, if we're the most advanced, what are the odds that we were the first? If we're finding lots of less advanced life out there, it seems like a darn big coincidence that we were first, especially when Earth had advanced multicellular life for so long but never evolved anything with intelligence until now. What's more likely than us being first, and there being this strangely long lag period of no intelligent life developing, is that all the civilizations that came before us didn't make it. They all self-destructed one way or another. And if they did, well, the odds wouldn't look good of us beating that trend. Finding out we're the most advanced life out there could be very strong evidence for civilizations having very finite life expectancies. And I would suddenly become much more worried about the possibilities of nuclear annihilation or environmental collapse, because something killed off those who came before us, and those look like the things that could kill us. It would be scarier to discover we were the most advanced BC. The universe is so old and huge. That means there were more advanced civilizations at some point. Just bare statistics practically require it. Somewhere, sometime. But none are around anymore. Where'd they go? Let's assume there is no transcendental higher plane BS. They're gone BC, they all died. We might never know why, but not one of those more advanced civilizations figured out how to outlast catastrophe, war, natural disasters, etc. That means the odds of us figuring it all out and surviving are very, very, very poor. Start building monuments for the ages so someone will know you were once here. I could honestly see it going either way. I think all the time that other species, spiders, snakes, crocodiles, etc., are more advanced than us. Also, if we are the most advanced, I feel bad for the odds of anyone ever finding each other through space travel because humans are off to a poor start. If we are the least advanced, however, and other species might find us, then that is absolutely terrifying. A far more advanced species could very well prove beneficial rather than scary, especially if they're inclined toward peace and the sharing of knowledge. I love this question. If we are truly the most advanced species in the universe, it kind of sucks that we'll never have the opportunity to have Will Smith defend us against invaders. To find out we were the only species in the universe. Scarierist. Most advanced society because we are killing each other left and right. Also furries.